Welcome to ChatGBT. This episode, we're going to take a look at competition and the CompNet in particular. We're going to be interviewing a few of our adult competitors, the idea being we interview them before, see how they're feeling, ask some questions, and then interview them after, either straight after or the day after the competition, just to see how they're feeling now they've stepped on their mats and they've given their best. During this first part of the interview, you may hear the sound is a little bit dodgy. That's because we're trying to get on-site, intimate understanding of our competitors, and there's lots of noise going on and around in the background as well. We do our best, but we do what we can do. I hope you enjoy, and if you do have any questions that you want to ask, or next time we head to the competition and you're on the list of competitors and you're happy to be interviewed, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to get your insight into how you're feeling about the upcoming competition, and then afterwards how you felt. Okay, so enjoy.
So here we are, we're just outside the competition, GB CompNet Southeast. I'm here with two of the students from Gracie Barra Tooting. First of all, what is your name and what rank are you?
So I'm Adam Taghower and I'm a 4-stripe white belt.
Okay.
I'm Kay, and same.
What made you decide to sign up for your first competition?
Funny story. So I started journaling in earnest at the start of the year, and part of my manifestations were win the lottery and compete this year. And then the day after I wrote that, the competition got announced.
Okay, same question to the professional comedian. Was that a funny
Mine
story?
was a lot more toxically masculine. It was smash a guy. To be honest with you, it's a different experience. I'm used to doing so many things, and I've monetized so much of my hobbies that I don't really have any hobbies left. So this is one of my hobbies, and I was like, it would be great to do something like this before I have children, and then one day I can show them the pictures and whatever and be like, yeah, Dad did that.
Yeah, stood next to the guy who wins the gold medal.
Yeah. I won't tell them I came second in a competition.
Listen, that's the art of parenting, isn't it? That's what you don't need to tell them everything.
Excellent. So what part of the experience are you most excited about, and what part are you most nervous about?
Yeah. The big part for me is I'm a big fan of team and community. So this part where we're laughing, joking, we're seeing everybody else with their kids and getting excited for them is a real energy-giving thing for me. So I'm really excited about that. Also excited to test my skills, like win, lose or draw.
Yeah,
it's nice. Yeah, it's nice to have that honesty check. And yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about what happens over 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll see.
I did it because I want to test myself against other people, so that's the part I'm looking forward to most, seeing what I'm like against somebody else, because often when you're sparring against people from the same gym as you sort of seen them grow, you've sort of seen their moves develop, and to an extent, and I think when you're going up against other people, you're like, that's interesting, that's what they did. Part I'm probably most nervous about is just the embarrassment. if you make a mistake, there's a lot more eyes looking at you. But apart from that, I think you just got to treat it like another role.
You don't feel like it's you go out of the house with a pair of odd socks on. You're like, it's odd socks. I'm wearing odd socks. You get out the door, you've forgotten, and nobody cares. Yeah.
Well, the great thing about most things is nobody cares. And I say this to a lot of my friends: nobody cares about anything you're doing. You're in your head. You're not that special, right? So just and it's quite liberating when you think that you're like, you're not that special. So just do it.
Yeah, there's a great quote that somebody told me a couple of weeks ago. What you want is on the other side of the embarrassment, and if you're willing to go to past embarrassment or risk experiencing it, it's a 50-50 chance that something delightful comes out of it.
Yeah.
I think the fact that I do stand up means that the whole aspect of putting yourself out there. Putting yourself out, that part I've been over that for years and years and years. So that part of it is going to be fine, but it's that pride aspect that, because even when I'm on stage, I still want to do well, right? Yeah. So when you're in there, you still want to do well. It's like there's this pride within you that's like, I can't mess up here. But yeah, we should be fine.
Let's see what happens. So how has preparing for your competition changed your training mindset, or your training, or your mindset?
Yeah, great question. I needed to up the amount of sessions that I showed up to. Needed to show up to more GBTs. Needed to get some more live sparring in. I've certainly felt the intensity in that as well, and having to make some lifestyle choices as well. Like, no, I can't go out there because I don't trust myself not to go and have a drink or be over excessive with kind of like meals or anything like that. Even though I'm in the heaviest division,
what category are you fighting again?
ultra heavyweight. There's, actually it might be a bit of a bonus to put on a couple of more kilos. But I think this 3-month process has been really helpful for me to lock in and focus, and it's been a nice distraction to kind of like other things that are going on in my life.
With the routine, will you carry this routine forward afterwards?
I think I'd like to. I've seen the benefits. Yeah, for sure.
It's probably focused my training a lot more because I've actually started thinking about putting sequences together rather than just going, I'm at training. See what happens. Whereas if I know we're doing side control that week, I'm like, all right, let me watch some videos on side control. Let me make some notes. I've got a little book where I've been writing down stuff into it, that kind of thing. I've been going to other gyms, training with other people, going to jiu-jitsu events just to sort of immerse myself in the whole culture of it. So,
story you meet in Haji Gracie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and his dad. Those things probably wouldn't have happened if I hadn't taken it as seriously as I have done. I think I was always quite consistent with my training, but it's that level of focus where you sort of dial in and go, all right, this is what I need to do to go X, Y, and Z. And I think what it's helped me do is panic less. So I've become a lot more calm in certain positions, whereas I used to always try and substitute that with strength or whatever. I mean, of course, it still comes in now sometimes, but I think I've become a lot more comfortable, and that's due to having a competition in mind for it. And I think after this experience, hopefully, I can continue it. I'm going to become a father, so that might have some obstacles that come with it. But yeah, for the time being, I feel like we're all good.
Excellent. What would success look like on a day like today, regardless of medals?
Regardless of results, I tried out something that we've been practicing when we show up to GBT and when we do open mat. I get to kind of execute on a couple of things that I've been visualizing, our special moves that we've been kind of like practicing time and time again, and then have fun.
Basically, that's what it's about.
Enjoy it.
Trying to record a podcast in the middle of a hallway next to a football match.
We're getting it done. It's all good, yeah. What about you, Kay?
What would success look like?
What would success look like for me apart from medals? Yeah, regardless of medals. I think everybody that watches me going, wow, that was good. You did well. I think that's, as long as you can see some sort of progression from where I started and where I am now, and just not embarrassing myself, I guess, like not getting subbed in like the first 30 seconds or something like that.
Okay.
Last the whole 5 minutes, without getting subbed. I think that's a success.
Excellent. Thank you very much, chaps. Thank you very much for enjoying the challenges, and good luck.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay, here we are with a few more of our adult competitors prepping themselves for the next hour worth of waiting before they can then jump on the mats. So I'm going to ask them a few questions. Basically, we're going to start left to right. So what is your name and what rank are you?
My name is Levi. I'm a free-stripe white belt.
Rich, blue belt.
I'm Dawson, blue belt.
Excellent. So, left to right again. What made you decide to sign up for your first competition?
I just wanted to challenge myself and just see what would happen.
I did my first competition a year and a half ago, probably.
Yeah.
Here. No, it was in Wolverhampton, the other one. Test myself. I do it every week, so why not do it in a competition?
That's it. In front of millions of people.
Yeah.
Bucket list, test myself. Never done it before. Let's do it. Yeah.
You want to answer that question, Tyler? What part of the experience are you most excited about, and what part are you most nervous about?
I'm most excited about being in front of everyone. I think it'll be like different, like fighting in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And what was the second one?
What are you most nervous?
Most nervous about just losing like really quick, really.
Yeah. I've already done that. It's not that bad. So.
That's it. There's no point in being nervous about it. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't work.
Excited to try and test myself and have like a really good match. Just want it to go well, be really competitive, execute something that I've done in training, execute some of my strengths, and explore how tired I can get and how far I can keep going.
Red line Rich, take him to the edge.
And always say tab ideally before it gets too far.
Yeah.
And then nervous. yeah, that obviously that just doesn't go the way you want it to, but don't want to get too boxed into that thinking, I suppose. Just try and enjoy it for what it is. So,
That's what it is, just jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, just trying to put my game plan that Professor Tom helped compile on version 4 now. hope I can get it going. And yeah, my fear is
Like a Microsoft update.
that's me.
What happened to 1 to 3?
Yeah, that you don't want to know about those. And then hopefully, yeah, my greatest fear is a 30-second submission, and then all that training, all that thought, and I'm out already. So yeah.
So I'd say, like, jumping in on the podcast, if that's one of the things that people are most nervous about, you can dance around the mat for 30 seconds without making grips. Just keep counting in your head. That's your most biggest nerve thing. Just don't let them get your hands on them. Okay. So how has preparing for competition changed your training or mindset?
I won't lie, I thought I was going to come more often, and then I got really ill, and then I just haven't been there for like a week.
Proper preparation.
Yeah, it hasn't gone as I expected, but it'll be alright.
Yeah. Probably just keeping on diet and intake a bit more, so just make sure you're hydrated more than normal. Just watching a few more carbs in a couple of days before. Less protein, less beer.
Less beer and protein.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a game changer for me because all my mistakes, which I sort of glossed over, are now glaring.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, okay.
That's why version 4.
Yeah, yeah, the got real. Yeah.
Excellent. So, okay, final one. What would success look like for you on the day, regardless of medals?
Just having a competitive match, like a match that's actually like kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then other than that, that's it. Yeah.
Excellent. Great answer. Really good answer.
Yeah, outside of winning, then yeah, for sure, executing some good jiu-jitsu.
Hopefully getting it caught on camera as well. That'd be great.
Oh
So you
yeah,
can
and the slow-mo bits
Yeah.
with me doing really well would be great. Yeah.
Insta-reel. We're on CompNet's Insta-reel.
One for fans. Yeah.
5 minutes, really good match. And yeah, see how we go. Oh,
Happy days. Well,
that's it.
thank you very much for answering these questions. Short, sharp and sweet. Well, we wish you all good luck and we'll be here cheering you on. Thank you. Cheers, chaps.
Thank you.
Thanks, Professor.
The hooter sounds the end. So, here we are, post-match interview with Adam. Adam is a white belt and he fought at
CompNet Southeast at super heavyweight.
Super Heavyweight. Actually, give you a full title and how long you've been training as well.
Mr. Adam Takao, been doing jiu-jitsu at Tooting for coming up almost a year.
Yep.
And 4-stripe white belt.
Excellent. How did it feel stepping onto the mat for your first match?
Not how I thought it would.
Yeah.
In all the good ways, and I think a lot of the nerves and a lot of the excitement happened way before you step on.
Yep.
And by the time, I certainly remember there was a moment of you're on the mat, you're facing your opponent, you shake the ref's hands, and then they just say go. Mm. Like all of those things that you start thinking about are just not there. I remember.
Yeah. Did you find that like as soon as that happened that it went like dark and you didn't have any more thoughts in your head and you were just focused on going straight into it? Or?
I remember a moment of going, I've forgotten my jiu-jitsu. What happens now? And yeah, it was not as scary as I thought it was. Were some of my reflections.
It's always the case. No. It's never as bad as you think it's going to be. Most things in life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like jiu-jitsu is never as bad as you think it's going to be. Yeah. So what was something you were proud of during your performance in that match?
I'm proud I did it. Mm. I had a very clear game plan to collar drag.
Yep.
To the point of obsession.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud. A win for me, and I think I would have said this before, would have been, did I get to do that? And I did. I didn't do it well, but I did it.
Yeah. The game plan we built for Adam Takanawa was for versus Adam Takanawa. People who are listening to this, it was a very unusual circumstance where the guy who stood in front of Adam looked very much like Eddie Hall. Now, if people watch The World's Strongest Man, they will think, yeah, I know who Eddie Hall is. It turns out the guy he was fighting was, in fact, Witness's strongest man, and basically all people who do strongmen look like Eddie Hall. So
it turns out that way. There was a moment where he said, yeah, I do get that a lot on the circuit. And by the circuit, world's strongest man competitor.
You're not a 400-metre runner.
Yeah, obviously not. So no, that was humbling and also just a little bit of kind of...
It's a learning thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just one of those occurrences. But you did super well. I'm very proud of you for that.
Oh, thank you.
So what did you learn from your experience about jiu-jitsu, about yourself or about yourself and jiu-jitsu?
I think it was a lovely data point and reflection on it's not all about physicality, it's about decision making. Mm. And whilst my game plan was to do a certain thing, there was a decision made to do it at the wrong time. And I'm chewing on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But all of the things that we talk about timing, about, patience, they were lessons that, I feel very deeply now because I didn't put them into practice.
Yeah.
And I think the certain obsession that I had about a certain move at a certain time, there's probably a learning there around there are different tools to go to. I didn't have a plan B or a plan C.
No.
It was collar drag or whatever.
Yeah. That's fine.
It's fine for now.
Because if you run the data, you run statistics. Plan A is usually going to work.
Yeah.
As a Pep Guardiola always says in the interviews with him, plan A. Just keep hitting plan A. Plan A. Eventually plan A works because plan A is the best plan.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to keep doing it this morning
Yeah.
and next afternoon and all that kind of stuff.
So if you could give advice to someone doing their first competition, what would you tell them?
It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like the energy that we brought as a team, to be around your teammates, to be cheering for them and to be shouting at them. Like, actually, that thing that you're going to do for 5 minutes is just such a small part of the entire day.
Yeah.
That actually, if that's the only reason that you're showing up, you're probably doing yourself a bit of a disservice and your teammates a bit of a disservice. What it gives you in terms of focus, commitment, getting you into the club, like that was a boost that I needed and worked out really well for me.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Just basically, that's it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that's going to happen? And it's never as bad as you think it's going to be. Just
absolutely not. It was a great day out.
Well, thank you very much, Adam. Appreciate the time you've given to doing your post-match interview. And I look forward to maybe having you on the podcast in the future, giving your story and your testimonial about you and your journey here at GBT Tooting. I appreciate that.
Professor, it's an honour. Thank you very much for the investment.
Thank you. Hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. My name's Professor Tom and I'm sat opposite with...
Okay.
And he is a...
White belt.
And he has just...
Lost.
Well, he competed.
I competed miserably.
Yeah.
Failed. No, I'm joking. Look, it's an experience. But yeah, I did lose. But...
What did you fight at? What weight? What age category?
It was Masters 1, middle heavy, I think it was.
Middle heavy. So how did it feel stepping onto the mat for the first time?
Terrifying.
First mat.
I have a newfound respect for anybody in combat sports. I used to watch it on TV going, why are you not up for the moment and whatever you do. Like, now I understand why you see fighters going, I've got respect for anybody that steps in that ring because it is a completely different experience. The only thing your central nervous system shuts down sometimes and it's just like, you start shaking and there's like lots of things going on. It's so weird. Like, psychologically, it's definitely something to get your head around. But yeah, great fun.
Excellent. So a lot of learning from it.
100%.
So what was something you were proud of during your performance?
Nothing.
Okay.
There was absolutely nothing I was proud of.
Not even stepping on that mat?
Okay, well, I think actually the one thing I am proud of is I didn't get subbed, which he tried his best for 5 minutes and it wasn't coming off.
No.
So
that's learning for him?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, 100%. But yeah, not getting submitted, I think, is probably the one thing that I'm proud of. I mean, did I give an accurate description of my level of jiu-jitsu and the training that I received at GBT Tooting? Absolutely not.
That's not what competition's for.
No. But like, you still want to make your peers proud and your professors proud and yourself proud.
We're always proud anyway when somebody steps up.
Yeah, I know. But if I got a gold medal, you'd be prouder. So,
a tin.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so that's probably that's probably how I feel. Yeah.
So what did you learn from your experience about jiu-jitsu, about yourself, or about yourself in jiu-jitsu?
I learned a lot more about how to prepare. I don't think my preparation was ideal for it. Mm-hmm. I learned that it's completely different to what you're doing at a gym, and it was about, most of it is mental more so than physical. I feel like when you're in a competition day, I think I need to do things before I go on the mat that I do usually to make it feel like as normal as possible. Absolutely, do all the things that you would do routinely rather than hype it up to be this bigger thing. I think more specifically, like standing, my game from standing, I think I need to work on that. And my game from bottom. I think those are the two things that...
See, these are the things that you probably wouldn't have learned from that experience if you come away and got the medal. Because
100%.
I don't need anything.
100%.
Hands next.
Yeah,
you learn. Give me that black belt.
Absolutely, yeah. You learn a lot more from your losses anyway. Like, obviously, doing what I do, I always learn from the negatives, mainly rather than when things go swimmingly and amazingly. So, 100%. But I think weirdly, for my type of personality, this was probably the best thing that could ever happen. It's almost like, when they joke about your villain arc, like what started it all off. I think it's this, where it's like, this is the moment where, you sort of, it provides a bit more focus for your jiu-jitsu when you come into training.
Perfect. Yeah. That is a great answer. If you could give advice to someone doing their first competition, what would you tell them? Don't listen to that.
No, I think what I would say is don't hype it up too much in your head. It is going to be very different to what you think it's going to be, and I'd say make sure that every role is probably, you're going up against the hardest people that you can do, because that way, if you're getting smashed every day, and you might think it's not working, but then you go into a situation where yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I would say try and keep your emotions neutral. I think that's the best sort of way to prepare.
Probably an entire podcast just on that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we can go really philosophical into that. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Kay.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you spending your time and giving your time to this podcast.
Thank you.
Handshake.
Appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Can I have a little bit of quiet, please?
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay then, here we go. We are re-interviewing some of our competitors who competed at this past Sunday at the CompNet Championship, the Gracie Barra CompNet. First up here in front of me is
Rich,
and he is a blue belt, and he fought in the
Masters 1 76 kg competition,
and
I won. Oh, and the absolute openweight one.
Yeah, and you won that first one, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
So how did it feel stepping onto the mat for that first match?
It was good. It was a lot more relaxing than my previous 3 that I did at white belt, where there was a lot more nervous energy. Had a good warm up. Just tried to sort of enjoy it as much as I could. I did have a game plan going in, and then within the first 5 seconds, I decided I probably couldn't go for the leg take that I was doing. So I just kind of tried to think less and just ended up sort of pulling a bit of a guard and sort of went from there, and then managed to get the triangle, which is great. But yeah, I was trying not to overthink things, just sort of just roll with it basically.
Okay.
Which went well, I guess.
You came away with a shiny gold medal, which is amazing. So, so putting those two together, the absolute and that. So, what was something you were proud of during your performance?
Probably with the absolute, I got a sweep, so that was great. And then hearing all the Tooting crowd at the side cheer was pretty nice.
And this is not just a sweep on somebody your size or smaller. How many kilograms probably did you have on you?
I think he said he was 110 afterwards.
110 kilograms.
Another 40 kg.
So sweeping a 110 kilogram, 40 kilogram person, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's why you're proud.
Yeah, it was good. That was really nice. Yeah, that and actually just watching the footage back as well, I didn't realise, I thought it was fairly even on up and down points, but actually I had more of a dominant position most of the time, which actually really good. So you're not always aware of it, I guess, during the match, but actually looking back, and I thought actually I did more things better than I thought I did. So that was really nice.
Excellent, excellent. So what did you learn from the experience about jiu-jitsu and about yourself?
I guess about jiu-jitsu, I probably know more than I think I do.
Yes.
Because we do go through so much with the curriculum. But yeah, I think I probably did more moves than I thought I was capable of or thought I might execute. And then myself, just how much I've learned, I suppose.
Yeah. And you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, especially the absolute. There was sort of no pressure on that because I didn't even know I was going to do it until Leo told me to.
That's very true.
So that was really good.
And it turns out the guy you were competing against he's known to us here as well.
Yeah, Jason's a really good guy, so that was nice being able to roll with him in a competition format. So that was really good.
That's it. That's excellent. Yeah. If you could give advice to someone doing their first competition, what would you tell them now with your experience?
For your first competition, probably just do it. You can always be. I think you can probably build up in your head to be something more pressurised and more challenging than it is.
Yeah.
The CompNet in particular is a really good environment to do it in. There's obviously loads of competitions you can do, but CompNet's pretty nice because the whole team's there. And try not to overthink things, just trust in the fact that you come to training a lot.
Yeah.
You've got skills in your locker. At the end of the day, it's a nice day out on the mats.
Be yourself. Everybody else is taken.
Exactly. Yeah. Just try it out, really. So,
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for your insight afterwards and also on the day of the performance beforehand as well.
No, thanks. This is my first post-match interview. I feel like a professional athlete.
I know. We should have a match of the day stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, that's all right.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay, so here we are for our post-match interview. We're happening a few days after CompNet. One of the competitors here with us, Dasson, and he fought at, what was the...
Blue belt, over 55 years age and under 76 kgs.
Okay, and how did it feel stepping onto the mat for that first match?
No matter how much I prepared myself, I was still nervous as heck at the butterflies, but it was a cool way of actually, cool butterflies.
Excellent. So what was something you were proud of during your performances?
Actually just being there and actually doing it, just actually being part of it, as well as seeing all of the people cheering me on from the club and also being able to do that to them was really cool.
Great community, great community. What did you learn from the experience about jiu-jitsu or about yourself within jiu-jitsu?
It helped me to really focus. I thought I was focused, but those weeks leading up and getting information from you, from Professor Gabby and all the other coaches was really good to help me just think of things I should be doing better. I've got a game plan.
Yep.
I've got, taking some of the silly stuff I do out. It was really quite cool.
And how did executing your game plan go?
First match was quite good. It was a really good match with Cam. Second match, they always say that everyone has a plan to get hit in the mouth, and then I basically got hit in the mouth more or less, and the game plan went out the window. But it's all part of the experience.
The learning experience, isn't it? Yeah, did super well. If you could give advice to someone doing their first competition or stepping on the mat for the first time, what would you tell them?
Enjoy it. Don't be worried about the butterflies. They'll always be there, and it is a lot of fun to do. And nothing quite beats doing it until you do it and you realise, actually, what was I getting worried about?
Exactly. And most of the time when people answer that question, they always ask that, but then they say, I wish I'd stayed in the moment longer to enjoy it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it goes by so quickly.
Yeah, that's the other thing, 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, you hear the noise, you hear the people, you've got someone on top of you. Yeah, it goes really, really quick. And it's quite cool to actually be there afterwards, but not during.
Yeah, that's true. Well, thank you very much, Dasson. It was a pleasure. We'll see you back on the mats very soon and see you in the next competition, hopefully, as well.
And thanks for your support, Professor. It was really well appreciated.
Right. So here we are, post-match, having a chat with the final interviewee. His name is?
Levi.
And he fought at CompNet recently. At what level?
White belt.
And what weight?
70 kg.
And what age?
Well, I'm not sure. 20 to 30, I think.
Yeah, okay. So like Masters 1 or adult? Okay. I'm not too sure on that. I'll have to check that. But anyway, so how did it feel stepping onto the match, like for your first match?
It was fun. Surprisingly, I didn't really feel nervous. I just kind of wanted to get into it.
Yeah, it looked really good as well. Were you proud of yourself for that?
Yeah,
stepping on the mat is really a big thing.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. Just getting there, having the heart to do it. Yeah.
That's it. So that would say, okay, was that something you were proud of during your performance today? Mainly it's just the fact you did it?
Yeah, that was really the main thing. Win or lose, I was just happy to be there, to be honest. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the day?
Yeah, I did enjoy the day. Just a wider event, not even my fight, other people's fights, and stuff like that.
Spending the time with the rest of the community. It's cool to see so many.
Yeah.
What did you learn from your experience about jiu-jitsu, about yourself, or about yourself in jiu-jitsu?
That in the moment, a lot of things that you think you would remember kind of leave your head. So I kind of think I need to practice more so that it stays, so that I can reach it quicker in the moment.
Becomes sort of subconscious.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
It's just practice, just time served on the mats. More time, that's what it is.
Yeah.
If you could give advice to someone doing their first competition, what would you tell them?
Not to overthink it, to be honest. It's less scary than what you think it is.
Yeah. That's kind of the theme that's come across from all the first people that I've interviewed about this. It's not that big a deal, is it?
Yeah.
You think about it, it's just a jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You're still going to be yourself afterwards. You're still going to have all your friends.
Yeah.
And you're still going to have an amazing time on the mats with everybody else you usually train with anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter. Thank you very much, Levi. It's been a pleasure to interview you and close this off.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Speak to you soon. Thank you for listening to another episode of Gracie Barra Tooting's ChatGBT. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please like and subscribe for future episodes. See you soon.